Ahoy there, my name is Scott. Welcome to the Not Just Cruising YouTube channel. Today we're going to be getting into the 3 biggest cruise news stories of this week. Let's get into it. Cruise news item number 1. 2 people were arrested in the port of Miami trying to board a Norwegian ship headed from Miami to Southampton, England. These 2 people were arrested for having 150 pounds of the devil's lettuce, of the sticky icky icky, of the Snoop D-O-double-G special. Pretty insane to think about. It's pretty common knowledge that like weed gets snuck on cruise ships. I've seen it. If you sail on Carnival, especially the cheaper Carnival cruises, you've seen it. But this is obviously like smuggling. They're trying to bring this weed to England and flip it, but their gamble just didn't work out this time. So, word to the wise: don't bring weed on a cruise ship, even in small quantities, especially if you're in a state where it's illegal, because they will arrest you and you will probably get kicked off the ship. I've heard varying stories. Some people say that they don't. Some people, they just confiscate it and give it back to you. I don't know. Don't risk it. Especially don't risk bringing 150 pounds of weed. Cruise news number 2. 120 people aboard the Cunard Queen Victoria have come down with a gastrointestinal infection or disease, or they're sick. They are doing a lot of expelling fluids from their bodies, and there's the only thing you can really say is make sure you wash your hands. Make sure that you're washing your hands before you go to the buffet, and make sure you're washing your hands before you eat. Go grab your food, sit down, or put your food on your table, and then go wash your hands again. Because a lot of people don't wash their hands in that initial washy station, and they end up touching all the tongs, and now you're touching the tongs, and now you're expelling lots of fluids on a Queen Victoria ship. So, just be smart, be safe. Cruise ships kind of have a reputation of being like what's it called, a petri dish, basically, of like being like a disease factory, because you have all these people so close together on the ship, and one person's sick and it spreads. I think there's some truth to that, but it's not to the degree that a lot of people who are anti-cruising think. This is just an unfortunate case where a lot of people got sick, so make sure you wash your hands. Cruise news item number 3. 2 people were rescued from the Gulf of Mexico by a Carnival cruise ship. They were stranded, unfortunately, in kayaks. Reports say that they were on a ship, and the ship sank, and luckily they had the kayaks on board. I mean, how insanely lucky is that? I guess besides having a life raft. So they had the kayaks, and they were floating around the ocean, which I can't even imagine. Must have been terrifying. But luckily, the Carnival ship spotted them. They had very bright colored kayaks, and they were rescued and brought aboard. After being brought aboard, the Carnival cruise ship contacted the Mexican Navy, who promptly came out and rescued the sailors. This is the second time that a Carnival ship has rescued people stranded in the ocean within the last month. It seems like this is becoming more of a thing, especially in the Caribbean area. I'm Cuban. I know a lot about what happens and why people are fleeing that country, and it's just unfortunate to see people who are so desperate that they're willing to risk their lives, and a lot of them end up losing their lives. Not everybody is lucky enough to get found by a cruise ship, so just something to think about. That is the top 3 news stories this week. Some of them, honestly, all of that is kind of depressing. I hope to find more positive cruise news in the future. I just want to remind you guys, the channel is brand new. If you like what you're seeing and you get some value out of the content, or you just want to see where this channel goes and hopefully watch me grow and create better content for you guys, please subscribe, like the video. I will be going on the Norwegian Bliss in 32 days. So if you want to see my vlogs, my ship tour possibly, and a room tour, and all my tips and tricks, I plan on putting out like recommendations, things to do, things not to do. So if those are things that you're interested in, if you're a big cruise fan like I am, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.